Hey everybody, this is RowlesTheGamer. Welcome to episode 6 of the Final Fantasy VIII playthrough. I forgot how to talk. No. Anyway, here we are. We're gonna get our test score for the seed exam, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do alright. So hey, yesterday was my 26th birthday, and that was cool. Got to eat dinner with the family and get some stuff from my apartment, and I don't know. I feel like once you reach a certain age, birthdays really stop becoming important. For me, that age is like 24, 23, 24. But it can hit even younger where you're like, you know, it doesn't matter anymore. It's kind of because, well, I said in these other videos, I've talked about my job before, my night job, and it's like, oh, yeah, sorry. We'll finish that thought in a second. The hooded figure here that, so, kind of mysterious. We'll find out what's going on with them a little later, though. And by a little later, I mean on disc 2. So deal with it. But having like a night job that pays decently well, you can have your own place and pretty much buy what you want. I don't want that much. I live a pretty low-key existence, you know what I mean? I don't need to have a super flashy car or anything. I'd like to have one, but it's like, yeah, I'm good. Be a simple kind of man, as Leonard Skinner would say. Anyway, here's Sid's graduation speech. See, and the faculty cut him off again there, so they're doing something that they don't want Sid to talk about. Let's ponder that in later time. Like I said, that reveals itself in disc 2 of the game, which isn't much later in the game based on the game's timeline, but it is for us in video land, because we don't have videos that are an hour long at a time, you know what I mean? Anyway, do your best even if you don't stand out. That's Nita, and he's gonna also be important to the story later. Yes, I'll try to control your emotions, and finally a gunblade specialist. I've heard a lot of people complain about the gunblade, and it's oh, here, talk to Sid. He gives you a battle meter that, I don't know what it does. I've never even really used it. I just know that's the only place in the game you can get it, and if you don't get it, it's gone forever. Sorry, it's just one of those things I never used. I'd love to talk more about it, but I can't. Anyway, Squall's gunblade. So, oh, hold on. I promise we'll talk about Squall's gunblade later. Oh, that's nice. He's coming to give him a little applause and everything. That's pretty cool. Safer is a sort of a classic guy. He might be an asshole, but he's not a total dick. And I think I'm getting my score here. Yes. Spirit attitude. Okay. Starts at rank 5. I think that pays like 3,000 gil a hit or something. I don't know. Selfie. Anyway, Squall's gunblade. Quick thought on it. People are like, oh, it's so not feasible and all this stuff. You're thinking too much about it. It's Final Fantasy. You also, I don't see today's military troops summoning monsters into the field to battle with them either. But no one calls that bullshit. It is what it is. Alright, now, graduation party. Sorry, I needed to get that thought about the gunblade out. Well, there's a lot of storyline in this video, so you don't have a chance to say it during a battle or anything. Though there is a battle part later in the video, too. Spoiler alert! The RPG has fighting elements to it. Hey, Zell. He's happy with himself, you can tell. Where do you think this is taking place at in the garden? This is in the garden, this little hall, whatever. Personally, around here, events, dances, whatnot, in high school took place in the gym. Now, I don't know if you want to equate Ballum Garden more to a high school or to like a live-in college, where the college I went to kind of, well, hell, I worked on like the place that held all the events, you know, so some can have their own dedicated buildings or rooms to it, but I don't know. I think it's maybe the cafeteria? Because we never see this room again in the game. Anyway, there's a lady. Let's look at the lady, I guess. That is Renoa, and for all those who don't know, she is main character number 2 of the game, I would say. But Squall's the main character, don't get me wrong. But she's also very important, as she is the love interest. These shouldn't all be spoilers. The game came out in 1998 for the first time, so... I looked at she says he's the best looking guy here. She said that in the text. It's like, dude with a giant scar on his face. Maybe that's something he needed to hear, you know? Hey, you still look good and I want to dance with you. And they danced. And the rhythm romance. We were lives in love and we danced. I'm not gonna sing anymore or else I'll have to pay royalties for that song, probably. It's called And We Danced. Don't look for it. It's an older song from the 90s or 80s. I'm not sure which. Anyway, Squall's not doing very well on the dance floor here. Maybe he should just stick to the fighting tactics like he knows. A little bit better, Squall. Just slow down now, son. You're gonna get a hold of it. Be bumping your other graduate, man. They're like in a spat there. Like Renoa's gonna wail on that guy. Anyway, here it pops it off. More. So his an instructor yelled from the sidelines to him, "More rhythm!" And he got his act together. Yeah, now that I brought it up, I'm like perplexed as to where this room is. I know it's stupid, but happy fireworks. A connection. It's just kind of some cold-hearted shit right here. It just leaves him in the middle of the floor to go talk to somebody. That would break a young man's heart. Oh, and I did that. I looked it up because I said it last time. He is officially 17 in this game. Hey, Quistis. I see you're not dressed up. Thank you. Poor Quistis. She's like, I don't know. I like every character in this game for every main character, like party character, let me say, for their own reason. But I feel like she's probably the smartest person there and gets no love. Wonder what's to become of me. Come to give you an order. Okay, well, the secret area. That doesn't sound provocative. Inside the training center, so we'll go to the training center first, I guess. They're violating curfew. Wow. You are like a spoiled sport, I guess. I don't know. Yes, go get changed. Fucking Squall. What's this all about? Maybe she likes you. Anywho, get changed. Little dorms there. It's ridiculous. I guess those would be the size of a dorm though in this. Anyway, Crystal? Quistis. What the fuck is wrong with me? I have that thing where I don't talk so well. Anyway, status junctioning, I'll show that off later maybe, because I don't even really use it. It's like, yeah, you can, in this area coming up here, there are enemies you can fight to get the sleep spell, or the item to refine sleep magic from. Junction all that to your attack, it just keeps enemies asleep, that's pretty cool, but around middle of disc 2, end of disc 2, beginning of disc 3, kind of mid-game, you can get the death spell pretty easily. That's a better junction. And there's no reason to watch these fights, so I'm just skipping them. And I forgot to junction Quistis' abilities in that fight, so I'm going to do that now. Because we will need them later. Because like I said, there are some fighting, and I'll just say it, because we'll see it at the end anyway. There's going to be a boss fight in this episode, and it's alright. It's not that challenging, to be perfectly honest with you. Anyway, secret area, which we will dub Makeout Point. And what you see here from this panoramic view, the training center actually goes pretty deep away from the garden. They couldn't really represent that well with PS1 kind of rendering. You know, you can't make an area too big because, well, it's just impractical to have a huge training area. But what time is it? You say I'd hack the game so he says time for chili if I could. That's always time for chili. It's after midnight. This is the most boring Makeout Point's ever been. Oh, she quit being an instructor, so that takes a little bit of the creepiness off of her attraction to Squall. It is creep. She's 18. She's, you know, been an instructor for years. She's saying here in this conversation to come up with, if it hasn't come up with yet, if she hasn't said it yet, I mean. But let's, for the sake of ease, combine the Final Fantasy universe into one universe and say the age of consent is 18. That's a big jump, I know, to make that be the age, considering, you know, it's a Final Fantasy, it's a video game, and who cares? But yeah, it's still kind of skirting the line of immorality there, Quistis, especially with being his teacher and all. It's like, I don't know, it sounds like the setup to a bad pornography. Wonder where I went wrong. I did my best. Maybe it's being attracted to your student. Poor Quistis. I like her character so much, but she gets buried. Like, she has this big confessing moment here. Oh, here, Squall says this is great. I just want somebody to listen. Yeah, I think it's coming up right here in a minute. Oh, it already happened. Never mind. He has this great thing where he says, "Go talk to a wall." People are like, "Yeah, Facebook slam." It's like, no, Facebook wasn't even close to existing at this point, guys. Can't believe I missed that line. I was too busy going on about how poor Quistis' life is. It is pretty. I mean, she gets buried pretty hard, like I said. But anyway, here we go. We're gonna do this fight. Skip that mini fight. Skip that mini fight. And we get someone crying for help. And so let's go help them out, because we're good people and all that. I love how the giant wasp just has her cornered and isn't doing anything. Ronaldo, I think that's what his name is. But, remembering boss and enemy names means I played the game a lot. Here, we have Squall already in health critical because he has that strength boost from Ifrit that we got in the last video. The natural mod thing. And magic typed in, so, or set to strength, I mean. Now, those 5 hits for 200 and some change doesn't look like a lot of damage, but against an early boss, it is a killer amount of damage. And the pathway that Squall's on, the path of power here, it only keeps getting more and more ridiculous as the game progresses. Because you get better magic and better junction, you know what I mean? So, this is just the tip of the iceberg for him. The tip of a very deep iceberg. And look, within what should be at least a bit of a challenge of a boss fight, I can afford to just like draw magic from the creatures now. You know what I mean? It's like you've taken, by just making him a strength beast, like right here. Oh, he gets his little finisher too. You've taken complete control of the game at this point, and you never should give it back. And that's how you win Final Fantasy VIII, he says, half sarcastically. Wizard Stones, those are awesome. They refine into high-level magic. You got 16 of them too, so you can kind of pick and choose what you're gonna get. Anyway, these men in white come to save the day. Take her away, I mean, save the day kind of thing, so I'm sure they look trustworthy. And she seemed to know you, so that's an interesting mystery that we'll solve later in this game of who that was. And as we leave the training center, it is unfortunately getting close to time to leave for this video. That I leave you for in this video. You know what I'm trying to say. So until next time, this is RowlesTheGamer saying take it easy, peace, and we'll see you next time.